Listen to me carefully. If you're still buying 100% commercial bags of feed in 2026, then you aren't running a farm, you're running a charity for feed companies. With maize hitting 50,000 a bag and soya beans even higher, your profit is being eaten before your pigs even reach the market. At Slick Farms, we realized that if we didn't change our strategy, we'd be out of business. So today in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we cut our feed costs by 40% without slowing down our pigs' growth. I'm talking about moving from surviving to thriving. Let's get into it, guys. What is the first secret to that 40% savings? Stop ignoring the waste. Stop ignoring the waste around you, guys. Most farmers think that pigs need extensive grains to grow. But here in Nigeria, we have alternatives that are energy rich and way cheaper that you can actually use. At Slick Farms, we have integrated processed cassava peels and rice bran. Cassava peels, properly dried and processed, these are energy bombs. They help the pigs grow very, very fast. While rice bran, on the other side, it's cheap, especially if you source it near the mills in places like maybe the north in Nigeria or Ughelli. Now guys, what do you think is the first secret to that 40% savings? Stop ignoring the waste around you. It's very simple. Don't ignore the waste around you. And another thing is, most farmers think that pigs need extensive grains to grow. On the contrary, here in Nigeria we have alternatives. Cheaper alternatives like any energy that are rich in energy. We have integrated processed cassava peels, rice bran, and so on and so forth. Cassava peels have to be properly dried and processed. Once this is done, they are energy bombs. And we have rice bran, which is cheap, especially if you source for it, in villages. You understand? I mean, if you source for it in the far north or in the villages here in Nigeria. But here is the catch. You can't just throw raw peels at them. You can't throw raw peels at your pig. We have to ferment our peels to remove anti-nutrients, and this step alone saves us nearly 15,000 naira per ton compared to using pure maize. Protein is the most expensive part of your feed, so if you rely on fish meal or soya, you're in trouble. At Slick Farms, what we use is BSF, which is black soldier fly larvae. This is a game changer, and these larvae are 40% rich in protein, and we grow them right here on the Slick Farms using organic waste. It's essentially free protein after the initial setup. When we combine BSF with PKC, which is palm kernel cake, this is why, the palm kernel cake, of course, we know is widely available and affordable. We create a protein profile that keeps our growers lean and heavy. We use PKC as a base, about 20 to 25% of the mix, and supplement it with BSF. The pigs love the taste. They absolutely love it. And the growth rate is amazing. It's exactly the same as the expensive stuff. So protein is the most expensive component of any feed. If you're relying solely on fish meal or soya, your margins will stay very thin. But at Slick Farms here in our farm, we use black soldier fly. The black soldier fly larvae is a total game changer. These larvae are roughly 40% protein, and we grow them right here on our farm using organic waste. It's essentially free protein after your initial setup cost. When we combine the BSF larvae with PKC, which is widely available and very affordable, we create a protein profile that keeps our growers lean and heavy. We use PKC as a base for about 20 to 25% of the mix and supplement with the BSF. The pigs love the taste, and the growth rate remains consistent with high-end commercial feed. To hit that 40% reduction, we use a specific formulation, feed formulation in this case. So for a standard 100 kg grower mix, our breakdown looks like this. Energy base 50 kg, which is a blend of maize and processed cassava peels, fiber and base protein 25 kg, which is of PKC, and high protein 20 kg, which is heavily weighed towards the black soldier fly larvae, or supplemented with soya bean meal if the need be. Minerals 5 kg, which is of bone meal and premix. By mixing this ourselves, we avoid the branding tax added by commercial suppliers. We aren't just saving money, we are controlling the quality and ensuring that there are no bad batches entering our pen. So the math is very, very simple. When you do the math, you know that you save 200 on every kilo of feed and you have a full pen of pigs. So savings become your primary profit for the year. Farming is a business of margins, and if you don't master your feed costs, the market will eventually master you. If you want to see the specific setup for our black soldier fly unit or how we handle the fermentation process for the pills, let me know in the comments. For those who want a one-on-one deep dive into their specific farm setup, I am available for professional consulting for a very cheap fee. You can check the link in the description to get started. So build the farm, grow the wealth, and I'll see you in our next video. Thank you guys.